He was like, yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me?
Yo, he's doing an arena. He just came off a $75 million tour.
Films of that fire gift, bro. I appreciate you.
OTL, what you talking about? Why you say it like that for?
Who? Pooh Shiesty just made his stance loud and clear and dissed NB, the young boy, live on stream. Pooh Shiesty was running his mouth about NBA Youngboy in a way that straight up torched his bridges with one of the biggest names in rap. He didn't just diss YB, he came for all them 4KT crew members too, calling them crash dummies. This got real fast. The hip-hop scene's been buzzing heavy, and you can feel the tension in the air. What started as some slick talk online turned into a full-on declaration of loyalty and street code. This ain't just rap beef. It's deeper. It's about family ties, prison loyalty, and picking sides when it could literally cost you everything. Social media lit up after fans caught Pooh throwing shots at Youngboy. But we about to cut through the smoke and break down what's fact and what's just internet noise. Just last night, the Memphis rapper hopped on live, vibing with fans, signing stuff and joking around, then boom! The conversation flipped into something way more serious. Now don't get it twisted. This ain't some random rap scuffle that started from a petty post or diss track. Nah, this goes way beyond that. This situation's got roots deep in street politics and music alliances. When you ride with certain people, that loyalty comes with a price. And here's the wildest part. This whole thing ain't even just about Pooh and Youngboy going back and forth. It's about loyalty lines being drawn in the dirt. When you show love to Lil Durk, you already know you're stepping right into NBA Youngboy's line of fire. Things just got real. Things started getting wild when fans began testing Pooh Shiesty's loyalty live on stream. And you know how fans get.
You just want to bring it top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant and I said what I said, bro. You need a like me to keep you.
They love stirring the pot, throwing names around just to see how their favorite rappers react when someone mentions their rivals. So here's how it all went down. During one of Shiesty's recent streams, dude was chilling, snapping pics, showing love to fans, everything cool. Until one comment flipped the whole vibe. This female fan dropped a line that set the room on fire. Shorty said she don't mess with Lil Durk. The second those words hit, Pooh's whole face changed. You could see the switch. His smile faded, and that calm energy turned into straight tension.
Nah, for real though, I don't see why this was surprising or new to y'all. Everybody jumping ship because this how the industry is. Nobody in the industry is gonna stick around you when you at your lowest. If they can't get clout, notoriety, money, fame, features, videos, something that they could benefit from off you, they're gonna jump ship. I don't see why it's surprising that everybody is on YB in the industry. That's how it go. They only gonna with you when it's beneficial to them. None of these ain't grow up with dirt. None of these ain't friends or real homies with dirt for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Or they would never change, or they would never jump ship. Cause where we from, if you with me, my ops is your ops is mine. Some people don't look at it like that. Some people look at it like I with both parties, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And look, you not wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to the that still there, stayed down for Durk, his real family and friends, you feel?
That wasn't no regular fan moment. That hit close to home. See, Pooh and Durk aren't just linked through music. That's real family energy right there. When she said she didn't rock with Durk, it felt like disrespect, and Pooh wasn't about to let that slide. His tone got sharp, his body language said it all. Loyalty first, no questions asked. And this right here shows just how deep things run behind the scenes. Loyalty in this game means everything. But Pooh's connection to Durk, that's on a whole different level. When Pooh got locked up on them heavy federal charges, Durk was one of the few who actually held him down, calling, checking in, sending support. That's not just music industry talk, that's brotherhood. And that's exactly why one fan comment turned a chill live stream into pure tension in seconds. So check this out. There was this whole situation with streamer Rack that really showed where Shiesty's mind is at. During one of Rack's live streams, he decided to play around and called up Ben. Ben, being slick, passed the phone straight to Pooh Shiesty. And that's when things got spicy. Rack, trying to be funny, claimed he was 4KT repping NBA Youngboy's crew. Now here's where it gets crazy. Pooh acted like he didn't even know what that meant. But come on, everyone watching knew he did.
Was that my jerk? Oh.
Lil Durk.
JCV Films with that fire gift, bro. I appreciate you.
OTL, what you talking about? Why you say it like that for? Come on, get your picture, man, before you get up.
Oh, wait, my phone.
Strange picture. Oh, they're going crazy.
Yeah. Wrong her, Chaz. He talking about who again? This little dirt.
4KT ain't some random name floating around. That's NBA Youngboy's camp, and every single rapper in the game knows what it stands for. So when Pooh pretended to be clueless, it wasn't about confusion, it was about refusal. He didn't want to acknowledge anything connected to Youngboy's side, and that silence spoke louder than words. But here's the part that really hit deep. It wasn't just him ignoring the name, it was a full-on dismissal. That's when you know the beef ain't just petty rap drama anymore. When you won't even say the other side's name, that's real tension. That's pride, loyalty, and war energy all mixed together. And to understand why the energy's this heavy, we gotta rewind a bit. This whole mess goes back to the long-standing beef between Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy. And that feud ain't about bars or clout, it's about legacy and loss. These two been trading shots for years, repping different cities, different codes, and standing up for fallen friends. What started as music turned into something deeper, a street-level divide between Chicago and Louisiana that's been burning for way too long. When you're as close to Lil Durk as Pooh Shiesty is, you automatically inherit all the smoke that comes with it. That's just how this game goes. No cap. The tension between Chicago and Louisiana didn't just pop up overnight. It's been brewing for years. But once social media jumped into the mix, things went from street talk to worldwide drama real quick. Now every post, every lyric, every emoji gets dissected by fans and ops alike. Everybody looking for a reason to stir the pot. When Durk drops something online, Youngboy's supporters flood the comments. Then when Youngboy claps back, Durk's camp fires right back too. It's a non-stop loop of digital warfare that keeps the rivalry alive and burning. But let's keep it real. Pooh Shiesty didn't pick sides just for attention. His bond with Durk runs deep, deeper than rap.
Yesterday at court, the body cam footage of the officer who put the cuffs on Youngboy back in September during that music video, that was shown, and it was very interesting because the cop comes right up to him, you know, whatever, he puts the cuffs on him, and then Youngboy's reaction is kind of hilarious. I thought it might be interesting for y'all. He was like, yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me? That's what he was calling the cop. He was calling the cop big dog. He's like, big dog, you up right now. I didn't do nothing. You can search me. I got nothing on me. Cop doesn't listen. Cop puts him in and the whole time Youngboy's like, yo, man, what you doing, man? Big dog, why? And it really goes to show you a lot about this case. Youngboy didn't think he did anything wrong. He didn't think that they were gonna go and start taking footage from music videos and said, you held in a music video and you're a felon and that's a federal felony and you're gonna face 3 to 5 years.
These two were moving together, pulling up to each other's hoods. And in street terms, that means you're more than cool. You're family. In the streets, your hood means everything. That's where your story begins, where your people are, where your name holds weight. Letting someone from another city walk through your block comfortably, that's no small thing. That means trust, loyalty, and respect. It means this person is solid, they got my back no matter what. But here's where it gets emotional for Pooh. When he got hit with them federal charges and got locked up, the industry went quiet. Rappers he thought were tight with him stopped saying his name, stopped showing love, stopped posting him up like he never existed. The silence was loud, but one person never switched up. Lil Durk. Durk kept his name alive, made sure the world remembered who Pooh Shiesty was, and that loyalty right there, that's what makes their bond unshakable. Lil Durk stayed solid when almost everybody else turned their backs. He was the one constantly yelling, "Free Pooh Shiesty" on stage, keeping that name alive while the rest of the industry stayed silent. Every concert, every post, every interview, Durk made sure people remembered Pooh, even when others had already moved on. That's loyalty on a whole different level. And here's what really makes this situation hit deep. Pooh's anger at that female fan wasn't just about defending a homie. Nah, it was about standing up for the one person who held him down when he was at his lowest. For real, when you're fighting federal charges, most artists start keeping their distance. They don't want to get caught up in the mess. They don't want to risk their careers. And they definitely don't want the feds sniffing around their name. See, when the government's watching everything you do, just showing love to someone behind bars can raise flags. That's why so many artists fall back when their people get locked up. It's self-preservation, but Durk didn't care about that. He kept shouting out Pooh, kept mentioning him in every show, every feature, every interview. He made sure Pooh's name stayed alive in the streets and online. And that kind of loyalty, man, it's rare. In this industry, most people will drop you the second you stop benefiting them, but Dirk stayed real from start to finish. So when Pooh snapped at that fan, it wasn't about clout or ego, it was about respect. He's standing up for the one person who never left his corner. And that's the thing about loyalty in this game. When someone rides for you like that, you stick with them forever, even if it means taking on their enemies or risking your own shine. The whole situation with Rat claiming 4KT on stream said everything about how serious Pooh Shiesty is when it comes to loyalty. He didn't even laugh it off or play along for the camera. He completely shut it down. That right there showed the world that he wouldn't even acknowledge NBA Youngboy's crew, not even as a joke. Why? Because doing that would have felt like a slap in the face to Lil Durk. That's how deep his loyalty runs. He's choosing his brother over any potential connections or opportunities in the game. But let's keep it a buck. This beef is dangerous. NBA Youngboy got his own camp of solid, loyal people who don't tolerate disrespect in any form. When you start throwing shade at YB, you're not just calling out one rapper, you're stepping into war with a whole movement. 4KT got members all across Louisiana, and they ride for their leader with serious pride. This ain't some friendly rivalry. It's street energy mixed with industry politics. And the wildest part? Pooh knows exactly what he's risking. He's smart enough to understand that NBA Youngboy's fan base is massive and intense. YB supporters are known to go hard online. They flood comments, drag names, and defend their favorite artists like it's personal. And it's not just talk. They move with passion and power. Still, Pooh Shiesty made his choice clear. Loyalty over everything. He's sticking with the one person who had his back when the rest of the industry disappeared.
He's probably the only rapper that gets to the level of, yo, he's doing an arena. He just came off a $75 million tour. It grossed $75 million. Yet we still believe that he's totally like ready to. Usually it's one or the other. If we really think that you're the crash out, you're not going on tour to do an arena. We usually think you're who goes to, like, you know, you get one or two shows because you're really living like that. He's the only person that I think maintained the image that he might today, but he's selling out a stadium tomorrow.
That's rare energy in a business where people switch sides the second a better deal shows up. But it also shows how toxic this loyalty game can get, because when you stand too firm on one side, you might end up closing every other door in the process. Sometimes being loyal to one person means you automatically inherit their enemies, even if you never had personal issues with them. That's exactly what happened with Pooh Shiesty and NBA Youngboy. Truth is, they probably never had real problems face to face, but because of Pooh's tight bond with Lil Durk, the lines got drawn. Suddenly, they're seen as opposites, whether they wanted it or not. That's how loyalty in this game works. It comes with baggage, and sometimes that baggage is dangerous. Now, the real question is, will this tension stay online and in the music, or will it spill into the streets? Because both camps got serious street credibility, and when real-life politics start mixing with the music industry, things can heat up quick. It's one thing to drop a diss track, but when people with real connections and reputations get involved, it's a whole different level of risk. But here's the deeper layer. This ain't just about two rappers not liking each other. Nah, this is about two cultures, two different codes, and two very distinct ways of showing loyalty and respect. Chicago's street culture runs on discipline, long memories, and standing on business, while Louisiana's got that fiery, independent energy that don't bow to nobody. When those two worlds collide, it creates pure friction. And then there's Memphis, Pooh Shiesty's world, which brings in a third element to the mix. Memphis has its own street rules, its own sense of honor, and its own loyalty code that hits different. But by choosing to align himself with Durk in Chicago, Pooh stamped where he stands in this map of hip-hop power and politics. And that's what makes this moment bigger than just rap beef. It's a reflection of where hip-hop is right now. Different regions, different loyalties, and a game that's becoming more about who you stand with than what you rap about. Things are shifting, and everyone's watching to see where it leads next. Right now, the rap game's in a wild place. Artists are being forced to pick sides in conflicts they didn't even start. It's all about loyalty and industry politics, and it's turning hip-hop into a space where being neutral just ain't an option anymore. You're either with somebody or you're against them. There's no middle ground. Pooh Shiesty's situation is the perfect example of that. It's not just about rap beef. It's about loyalty, respect, and remembering who stood by you when the world didn't. When Dirk held Pooh down during his darkest moments, that created a bond deeper than music. That's the kind of loyalty that makes you ride for someone, even if it means inheriting their enemies and risking your own future. It's the type of love that makes you snap when someone disrespects the person who showed you real support. In this game, your allies define your enemies, and Pooh knows that better than most. But let's keep it real. This whole beef also shows just how complicated the rap world can get. Sometimes, you find yourself caught in battles you never asked for, not because of what someone did to you, but because of who you stand beside. And that's the double-edged sword of loyalty. It's both beautiful and dangerous. The beautiful side, seeing real brotherhood in an industry filled with fake love and temporary friendships. The dangerous side, that same loyalty can pull you into situations that could destroy your career, or even worse, your safety. Now everybody's asking the same question. What's next for Pooh Shiesty and this entire situation? Will the beef stay confined to social media and subliminals, or will it spill out into something more real, more serious? Will it start hurting his career moves? And is NBA Youngboy gonna clap back directly? Even crazier, will more artists pick sides and turn this into a full-blown rap war? The tension's thick, and the next move could change everything. One thing's for sure, Pooh Shiesty made his choice loud and clear. He's rocking with Lil Durk no matter what, and that automatically puts NBA Youngboy on the other side of the fence. That's just how the game works. In both the streets and the industry, loyalty lines define everything. Once someone shows you that level of realness, there's no room for neutrality. You can't stay neutral when a man kept your name alive while you were locked up. That's deeper than rap. But this whole situation raises a real question. Should artists inherit their friends' beefs, or should they be allowed to stay out of it? In theory, staying neutral sounds smart, but when someone like Dirk stands by you when everyone else ghosts you, neutrality stops being an option. That's where Pooh's at, standing 10 toes down for the one who never switched up. What's wild is how much social media and streaming have changed how all this plays out. Back in the day, beef stayed in the streets or on wax. Now every second is recorded, clipped, and turned into viral content. Every reaction becomes a headline. Every side-eye becomes a talking point. Pooh's moment on stream, when he checked that fan and his response to Rack, turned into viral proof of where he stands. And that's the crazy part about the streaming era. Fans got direct access to their favorite artist in real time. They can poke, provoke, and push buttons just to see how someone reacts. And when Pooh finally reacted, they got exactly what they were looking for, proof of loyalty caught live for millions to see. But let's keep it all the way real. That loyalty might come with a price. This beef could impact Pooh Shiesty's whole career. From who's willing to collab with him to which cities will even book him for shows. It could shape how his fan base grows and who sticks around for the ride. In this new era, one reaction online can change everything. And for Pooh, that moment might have just done exactly that. NBA Youngboy's influence in the rap game is massive. Being on his bad side can close doors fast. He's got pull, reach, and one of the most loyal fan bases out there. But on the flip side, Pooh Shiesty's loyalty to Lil Durk could open other doors just as powerful. With Durk's backing, Chicago artists might be more open to working with him, and Durk's fans could start rallying behind Pooh even harder. That bond could lead to new collaborations, new shows, and a new wave of respect in the Midwest scene. But here's the real takeaway. In hip-hop, every relationship comes with consequences. Every friendship builds allies but also creates new enemies, and every alliance means shutting out other possibilities. Pooh Shiesty made his choice, stood firm on his loyalty, and now he's got to face whatever comes with it. That's the code he lives by. Loyalty first, opportunity second.
Now, the big question is, did he make the right move? Was it worth inheriting Dirk's enemies just to stand solid with someone who stayed true to him? Or should he have tried to stay neutral and protect his career from unnecessary heat? Because let's be honest, this kind of loyalty can either make you legendary or make things a whole lot harder.
And with both camps, Dirk's and YB's, carrying real street credibility and massive fan power, this story's far from over. Things could flip at any moment, and one post or one track could reignite everything overnight. So what do you think? Will this beef stay confined to social media, or are we about to see it spill into the real world? Either way, stay tuned, because the next move from either side could change the game. In hip-hop, loyalty is everything, but sometimes that loyalty comes with a price. And right now, Pooh Shiesty's paying that price in full. Only time will tell if it was really worth it. One thing's for sure, Pooh Shiesty is showing a level of loyalty that's almost unheard of in today's industry. That kind of loyalty means something no matter what it costs him. In a game full of fake love and quick switches, he's standing firm, and that deserves respect. If you've been locked in till now, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think Pooh's loyalty is solid or self-destructive? Let's hear it. Stay tuned, because this story's still unfolding, and you won't want to miss what happens next.